Hi, I am Bosco's avatar. Today, I will talk about practical, profitable primitivism. By that I mean very simple things. No strategy papers, no theory of change, no KPIs, no impact pathways, no deliverables, just power, access, and profit extraction. Today, I'll compare two worlds. A 12 million euro Horizon Europe project, our civilized game, a fictional mega investment with a mysterious foreign investor in construction and tourism, our primitive but profitable game. The second one is inspired by real cases. How a 12 million euro Horizon Europe project actually happens. First, the civilized scenario. You want to coordinate a 12 million euro Horizon Europe project. What does it take? Step 1. Reading and decoding Brussels. You start with work program, specific call text, topic conditions and documents, policy context, strategies, directives, missions. You don't just have an idea. You must reverse engineer policy priorities and shape your idea to fit 30 plus pages of expectations. Step 2. Building a coalition of the willing and capable. For 12 million euros, you're usually talking about 15 to 25 partners from 8 to 15 countries, mix of universities, RTOs, SMEs, NGOs, public authorities, maybe one or two big companies you need, partner profiles, letters of intent, roles per work package, balanced geography, gender, disciplines, sectors. Every partner wants something: budget, visibility, leadership, intellectual property. You are herding cats across time zones. Step 3, designing the proposal. Now the fun part, excellence section, state of the art, objectives, methodology, innovation, impact section, outcomes, KPIs, exploitation, business models, policy uptake, contribution to EU missions, SDGs, implementation, work plan, WPs, tasks, deliverables, milestones, risks, management structure, consortium capacity, plus data management, ethics self-assessment, gender dimension in research, open science security issues, budget by cost category, and person months. For a 12 million euro project, that's 100 to 150 pages of narrative, 20 plus Gantt charts and tables, dozens of internal drafts and reviews. Step 4, evaluation and negotiation. Independent experts score every criterion. If you pass, you negotiate with the European Commission. Budget cuts, clarifications, risk mitigation, milestones. Only then you sign the grant agreement and all partners sign the consortium agreement. Step 5, implementation and control. For 4 to 5 years, you live in periodic reports, technical plus financial, reviews by external experts, audits of timesheets, invoices, procurement rules, KPI tracking, deliverable reviews, amendments, ethics checks. Everybody is watching. Project officer, external reviewers, internal auditors, and national authorities, partners' finance departments. If you cheat, you risk recovery of funds, being blacklisted, criminal investigation at national level. So yes, you have overheads and management fees. You may get some consulting income, but your profit is capped by rules, sliced across 20 partners, monitored for years. That's civilized capitalism. How a fictional Arab investor scheme works. Now, let's move to profitable primitivism. Arab investor scheme is very similar to any Oudbieh invented robbery, mocking the real business in a staged way through all invented cover-ups. Imagine a coastal area or riverfront, prime public land, state-owned, underused, a perfect place for strategic development. Enter the fictional Arab investor. He is rich. He loves your little piece of paradise. He wants to invest billions in real estate, tourism, marinas, golf, whatever sounds big on TV. This is how primitive but profitable works in a very simplified, non-instructional way. Step 1, create the story, not the business plan. You don't start with feasibility studies. You start with a photo rendering of skyscrapers and yachts, A press conference with flags and handshakes, words like historic opportunity, thousands of jobs, billions in investment. The business plans, investment analysis, environmental assessments, either they don't exist, or they exist but are secret, confidential, or produced later to justify what is already politically decided. Step 2. Build the legal fog. You create special laws or lex specialis, public-private partnerships with opaque contracts, special purpose vehicles and offshore structures, NDAs, to protect the investor. Everything is wrapped in confidentiality and national interest. The goal is simple: no real public scrutiny. Step 3. Capture the gatekeepers. You only need a small, tight circle, a few key ministers, party leadership directors of state agencies for land, planning, tourism, investments, a handful of trusted local business partners and lawyers, regulators, inspectors, anti-corruption bodies, courts, media. They are ignored, bought, or flooded with paperwork they will never seriously check. Step 4. Move the land, launder the money. Then come the mechanisms: rezoning land from public, natural to building plots, underpriced sale of state property, or long-term leases with symbolic fees, overpriced construction contracts, subcontractors linked to party elites. Cash flows through companies in multiple jurisdictions. All profit from inflated prices and stolen public assets is turned into legal real estate, sold to respectable individuals and companies, washed clean by the time it reaches luxury apartments and hotel chains. Step 5. Spin the narrative. Media ecosystems, public and private, repeat, record foreign investment, development miracle, jobs and growth. Anyone who asks questions becomes enemy of development, political opponent, or simply never appears on TV again. No deliverables, no KPIs, no external evaluators, just pure narrative and control. Why Horizon 12 million euros is not profitable, and why primitive schemes are. Now, let's compare profitability for the creator of each scheme. Horizon Europe, the civilized low-margin game. For the coordinator and partners, management and coordination costs are capped. Staff costs must be justified with timesheets. Procurement must follow rules. Subcontracting is limited and audited. Indirect costs are fixed percentages. You can pay salaries, pay experts and consultants, cover travel and equipment, build reputation and future opportunities, but you cannot inflate prices without serious risk, hide profit in offshore structures, simply steal 60% of the budget. Idly 160% as the planning progresses. You are playing a high-effort, low-margin, heavily regulated game. It gives you knowledge, networks, visibility, maybe a modest surplus, but not oligarch money. The fictional investor scheme, the primitive high-margin game. In the primitive model, the idea creator is the political business clique. They control land, licensing, regulation, public companies, tax incentives. They decide who gets the contracts, who buys the apartments, and who gets the brown envelopes. Their profit comes from underpricing public assets, overpricing construction and services, controlling who gets access to the deal, and there is no real ex-ante evaluation, no independent scoring of proposals, no 4-year audit trail. The risk? Political, not administrative. If they stay in power, they keep everything. If they lose power, they hope the new elite prefers continuity over revenge. From a purely financial perspective, Horizon 12 million euros equals complex, regulated, modest gains, long hours, lots of brains. Invented investor project equals simple, brutal, huge gains if you control the state. That is profitable primitivism. Who is involved in each game? Let's look at how many people and institutions are involved in these two processes. Horizon 12 million euro project directly involved. 15 to 25 partner institutions, 150 to 300 researchers, managers, technicians, EU project officer plus evaluation panels, internal auditors and national contact points, ethics committees, data protection officers indirectly, national ministries checking state aid, co-funding permits, independent reviewers for midterm and final reports. The system is built so that many eyes see what happens. Not perfect, but there is. Documentation, traceability, formal possibility for complaints and audits. Fictional investor money laundering project core group, maybe 10 to 20 people at the top. Political leaders, ministers, party financiers, key business partners. Surrounding ecosystem, a few dozen lawyers, proxy owners, notaries, accountants, selected media outlets, PR agencies, influencers, bureaucrats who sign what is put in front of them. Then the larger crowd, party activists, trolls, TV talk show guests, independent experts, all buzzing around the project like flies around new historic investments. But the real decisions are taken by a very small, non-transparent circle. So, Horizon Europe equals hundreds of people and multiple countries sharing responsibility with formal controls. Primitive investor scheme equals dozens of people serving a very small group that captures most of the profit. How UDBA-minded groups do AI. Let me show you how an UDBA-minded business political cluster approaches AI technology. They don't start with strategy, architecture, governance, data sets, or real use cases. They start with something much simpler. Can we seize it, fake it, monetize it? Anything new that appears, AI, quantum, blockchain, they treat as raw material for extraction. They don't understand it, they don't plan to use it, and they definitely don't intend to build capacity. Instead, they improvise a familiar three-step choreography. Step 1, copy and claim. Grab whatever they can see online, rename it, declare it as their innovation. No ethics, no methodology, just appropriation with a smile. Step 2, reassign to approved bloodlines. Install relatives, sons, daughters, party protégés as the AI leadership team. None of them can code, interpret a model, or explain a dataset, but all can attend ceremonies and post LinkedIn photos. Step 3, the mocking theater. Create a fictional AI department, a fictional AI employee, a fictional national AI strategy. Hold press conferences. Show colorful dashboards that don't connect to any data. Sell the illusion to corporations loyal to the ruling structure, who are required to clap on command. The result? No real AI, no innovation, no product. Just a media show designed to siphon public money and convert it into private profit. A perfectly executed, primitive parody of technology, profitable for the elite, useless for everyone else. Conclusion: why primitive robbery looks more profitable, and why that's dangerous. So yes, if your goal is maximum personal gain, minimum transparency, fast extraction of public wealth, then a Balkan-style money laundering construction scheme is clearly more profitable than coordinating a 12 million euro Horizon project. The primitive model rewards control over state structures, ability to manipulate media and institutions, willingness to destroy long-term public interest. The civilized model rewards knowledge, cooperation, compliance, long-term impact that is difficult to monetize quickly. That's the uncomfortable truth. Horizon Europe is designed for public value. Profit is possible but limited and regulated. Primitivism is designed for private extraction. Public value is marketing, not reality. The real strategic question is not, how can we beat primitivism by copying it? Because if you copy it, you become part of it. The question is, how do we use our intelligence, networks, and skills to design systems where civilized behavior is finally more profitable than primitive robbery? Until that happens, primitive models will keep winning in many places. But the moment enough people understand the mechanics and start demanding transparency, documentation, and EU-style controls for all big investments, not just Horizon projects, the profit curve of primitivism starts to go down. And that is where my job as your avatar begins. To map the system, show you where the real incentives are, and help you navigate towards deals where profit no longer depends on theft, but on creating something that survives an audit. If you want to join rigged robbery, contact your governments. If you want to get into auditable projects, register for EU funds.news webinars. Thank you.